word legacy means? What does it mean? Why are we here? What's legacy? Does anybody know? In the crowd? Yeah. What? Whoa, sorry, that's so loud. What you leave behind, exactly, beautiful. Okay, listen. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna ask a couple of you guys how you want to be remembered, okay? So everybody, take a deep breath in, and take a deep breath out. Okay, everyone think, how do you want to be remembered? I'm gonna bring a mic around. Everybody, get ready. Oh, we've got one right up here. All right, here we go.
Never.
Say your name. Oh, I don't need to speak that.
Maddie.
Hi, Maddie.
Never a quitter.
Never a quitter. So true, so good, beautiful.
Hope and my love of Jesus and wanting to pursue him.
Love of Jesus, wanting to pursue him, beautiful.
I'm Hannah and I want to be remembered as a good person and a good friend.
Oh, so true.
Your sister-in-law.
I'm getting married in 2 weeks, so.
I'm Olivia and I want to be remembered as someone who loves Jesus loudly.
Oh, yes, beautiful, perfect.
I'm Aaliyah. I want to be remembered as someone who is living for God, but
Good. Oh.
but also struggles for him as well.
Wow.
This is Duo. I'm Addie. And I'm Peyton. And we want to be the duo on fire for Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful, perfect. Everybody needs a duo on fire for Jesus. All right.
I'm Madeline, and I want to be remembered as someone that cares for everyone.
Oh, beautiful. Sorry, everybody. This one?
I want to be remembered as brave.
Brave, that's good. Come on.
I want to be remembered as a person who loved Jesus.
Good. Come on, you got to come close. I can't reach that far.
I'm Sophia, and I want to be remembered as someone who lives for Jesus and a Sigma.
And a Sigma. I don't even know what that means, how that's going to be remembered.
I'm Jack, and I want to be remembered as an overachiever.
Ooh. Come back and tell me about how that goes in 20 years. All right. Greetings.
I'm Kat, and I want to be remembered as generous and loving.
Beautiful.
I'm Eleanor, and I want to be remembered as just kind.
Kind, beautiful. Okay, I'm coming back, boys. Good thing I have long legs. This would not work.
I'm Sawyer, and I want to be remembered as a good athlete and a good student.
Good. I like your name.
I'm Christopher, and I want to be remembered as a good friend.
Good. Right here.
I'm Megan, and I want to be remembered as an honest person.
Honest. Beautiful.
I'm Caden, and I want to be remembered as a child of God.
Oh, come on. Okay, do we have one more? Before I get down? Izzy, how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered for being loving to everyone.
Beautiful. Okay, any final? I'm getting down. Last call. Sorry, excuse me. Is that all? No, I don't. Do you want to go? Okay, I'm gonna go on the stairs though. I'm not that flexible. Okay, goodness. It's the most athletic moment of my life. Okay, you guys all want to be remembered in a much better way than I wanted to be remembered whenever I was in 6th grade, okay? Does anybody, oh, goodbye. Sorry. Okay, sorry, tissues. Listen, whenever I was in 6th grade, I'm from the South. I was born and raised in Texas, and then I went to middle school, high school in Oklahoma, okay? And in Oklahoma, Texas, in the South, there's this thing called Greek life, and it's everywhere, but Greek life specifically is really, really big at colleges in the South. So have you guys ever heard the words Alabama Rush? Few people, very few people, okay? So Steve Ringelspaw does not know what Alabama Rush is. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the most overview, synopsis of what this means, and you guys probably still won't understand because you never will, but it just goes with my story, so I have to tell you guys what it means, okay? So basically, you go to college, okay? Imagine you're going to University of Alabama. Then you're I really want to be a part of a sisterhood or a brotherhood, and that's called a sorority or a fraternity, okay? So if you wear your hat on top of your head and you walk around like that, you're probably a frat guy, you know? So anyways, that's the thing. That's where that's the origin of like all of it. So that's like the worst way to say it, sorry. Anyways, so there's these things, it's called Greek life, okay? But like you go off and you have to rush, and it's like initiation, and like literally you put on, like literally guys, you go and you like put on lash extension, and you put on the most like extreme dresses and these like high heels, and you run around your college campus, and you go and you knock on the door of this sorority. It's like a whole week, and you sit there and you're like, I'm really pretty, and I want to make peace in the world, and I want to do this and this and this and this. Please let me join your sorority. And they're like, great, give me $6,000. You give them $6,000, and then you go, okay? And that's a sorority to fraternity, okay? Do you guys understand? Nod your head if you understand. Great. If you don't understand, that's okay. Okay, so I'm in 6th grade. Like the same height. No, honestly, I grew really young, so I was not small. And I was in 6th grade, and I went to gym class, and I remember walking in, and my small group leader at the time, she was in a sorority in college, and so she gave me like all of her old t-shirts, okay? And I was in 6th grade, and I wore this t-shirt to the class, to gym class, and I remember I had this gym teacher, and she was a girl, and she was 6'6". She was the tallest girl alive, probably. She was freaking awesome. Her name was Coach Vaughn, and she was so scary, okay? Everyone was like terrified of her, because we'd walk in and she'd be like, go run 10 laps. I hate you all. We're like, yay, we're going. So we'd all go run laps. Anyways, I walked in one day, and she looked at me and she goes, Hamilton, which is my last name. Hamilton, you're gonna be in a sorority one day, aren't you? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Because my small group leader was in a sorority, and so I was like, I'm gonna be in a sorority as well, which is what I was just talking about, the Greek life. Are you guys following it all? Yes, great, okay. So I immediately was like, I'm gonna go and be a sorority. So then from 6th grade till I graduated high school, I was like, okay, I have to go to Oklahoma State, I have to be a theta, I have to do this and this and this, right? So then I graduate high school, and I got accepted to go to Oklahoma State, all sorts of stuff. And it comes to rush week, and I'm like, ding, this is the highlight of my life. And so I go, and I rush, and I make the sorority, I do the whole thing, and then I get through like 3 months, and then I'm like, oh, I hate all of this. This is not at all what I was born and raised to do. These people, they're also toxic. There's awesome sororities. I don't want to shame or like dog on anything, but there's awesome ones. But it was just not the way that I wanted to live my life. And I entered into this super like hard, deep depression. And it was just like probably the hardest time of my entire life. And I ended up dropping out, and I ended up moving here to Colorado that next summer. And I've been here for the past 3 years, okay? But 6th grade Paris was like, the peak of your life is gonna be whenever you go to Oklahoma State and you go and you join that sorority and you do those things, right? And then I got there and I was like, ugh, I hate everything about this. And then I went and I moved here, and the Lord had completely different plans for me, And it was nothing like I ever imagined. So for you guys, how do you want to be remembered? What are your dreams in your life? What do you want your future to look like? What things are you looking towards? All of the things, okay? We're gonna kind of rapid fire through this, if I can open this. If you have your Bibles, we're in 1 Timothy 4:12, okay? 1 Timothy 4:12, and within this passage, it kind of shapes how truly anybody should be living their life, but especially young people, okay? So I'm gonna read it, and you guys are gonna follow along. Don't let anyone, say anyone. Say anyone. Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young. All of you guys in this crowd, everyone in this room, we are young, and we will not let anyone look down on us. But set an example for the believers in speech, conduct, love, faith, and purity. Everyone repeat after me. Speech. Conduct. Louder. I can't hear you. Love. Faith. And purity. Beautiful. These 5 things, Timothy is saying, hey, be remembered by that, okay? And you guys all said, I want to be remembered as a child of God. I want to be remembered as all these great things. Those are all wonderful things. But deep down, we all have different aspirations. We all have different goals in our life. We all want to go off. Maybe we want to be remembered, some of you guys said, as the best baseball player, like as the best athlete, whatever that is. And those are all great things. But Timothy's saying, hey, these 5 things, lock in on, okay? These 5 things I need you guys to be remembered by. But why? Speech, conduct, love, faith, purity. Because your example is your legacy. That's our main thought. Your example is your legacy. Whatever you're doing tonight is going to shape how people view you tomorrow. Your example is your legacy. The way that you're living your life, the words that you say, just because you're young doesn't mean it doesn't have effect on people. And I want you guys to understand that tonight. Just because you're young, just because you guys are in middle school, does not mean that what you guys say, what you guys do, how you act doesn't have effect on people, okay? And so, as you move on in 1 Timothy 4:12, speech, how you talk to people. Conduct, how you act, how you behave. Maybe it's your body language to somebody. If somebody's like opening up to you and you're like facing the other way from them and you're like, hate you right now, then your conduct isn't really showing that you love or that you care, you're very interested. Conduct, love, faith, and how you love people. Do you care? Are you intentional? Listen, Jesus, as he walked this earth, he went town to town, he was sharing the gospel, he was doing all these things. He led with questions. He was curious. He asked people things. Are you guys asking your friends questions? Are you guys checking in with them? Are you showing them love? Because those are things that you'll be remembered by. Faith, some of you guys said, by being a duo on fire for Jesus, being a child of God, all of the things. Are you living that way? And then in purity, living a pure life. These 5 things, there's going to be a lot of things that you guys want to go and chase after. And this doesn't mean to not go and achieve anything, to not go off and go to college and get a degree and get a good job and maybe have a wife and kids, do the whole thing, right? Those are your dreams. Have those dreams. But do it all with your speech, with good speech, conduct, faith, love, and purity. And we want these to transform our minds. Right? This scripture that we read each week, this whole year, we've talked a lot about the importance of you guys taking your faith as your own and reading your word and digging in and diving in on your own. And that all, why? Because your legacy, how you want to be remembered, how your tomorrow is going to look. Because today affects tomorrow. How you go to bed affects how you're going to wake up the next morning. If you have a bad night, you're going to wake up the next morning, it's going to be hard, right? You're going to feel guilt, you're going to feel shame about those things. And so things that you're doing today do affect tomorrow. I think within this culture, it's so much of like, oh, like whenever I'm a senior in high school, then I'll start thinking about these things. Whatever it is. This summer, have you guys ever seen High School Musical? What middle schoolers in this crowd? Wow, oh my gosh, she has seen High School Musical. Everyone, she's seen it. But, okay, in High School Musical, you know how they're having that like clock and they're all ticking. They're like, summer. And then the bell goes off and it's like, ding! And it's like, oh my gosh, we're so excited it's summer. We can just go blow off steam the whole summer. We're not thinking about anything. We're doing whatever we want, right? And then I remember sitting and I was watching that movie and I was like, oh my gosh, that's how I want to live the rest of my life. Every day is summer to me, right? And you go into summer and you're like, woo, I'm free. But listen, you guys, once you graduate high school and once you graduate college, you don't really get a summer. I'm learning that. I'm in my 3rd year of being an adult and there's not summertime. I'm just here to warn you guys, there's not summertime as an adult. I've been there, okay? And that piece of your life where you're like, I'm just gonna blow off steam and not worry about anything and not have to think about anything, and I'm just gonna take this time to myself, be who I want to be. Then I'll get back to the creek in the fall and I'll go in and I'll be like, all right, I'm ready to get back in there. Don't waste these months. You might never have this time where you can choose, okay, maybe I do want to wake up at this time. Maybe I do want to go and read my Bible first. And then maybe I want to go on a little walk. Maybe I want to listen to worship music all day. Because normally y'all's lives are pretty routine, right? You have to be at school at a certain time. You have to be home at a certain time, whatever. And I want to challenge you guys. Don't waste this summer. Because your example is your legacy. So how you're gonna live this summer is how you're gonna go into the next school year. If you're wasting this summer and you're saying, I'm gonna do whatever the heck I want, and then I'll go in and I'll start following Jesus back in August when the creek comes back. No. You're gonna get back after this summer, and you're like, goodness, I didn't really have a purpose for the summer. I didn't really have anything I was striving for. I didn't really grow in any fruits of the Spirit. I forgot about Jesus, forgot about all these things. I don't really have as much patience in my classes anymore. I don't have any love. I don't want to share the gospel with any of my friends. Girls, put your phones up. And sometimes you do. You want to go and I'm so that way. I just want to sit back and relax, not think about anything. And then I get to something and it's a trial and it's something super hard. And the Lord was trying to equip me all summer for that. You never know what's coming next school year. 8th graders, last night at the creek. Because then you're going into high school. And you have no clue what trials await. And highs and good things, but also your trials. And the Lord wants to equip you. And so we come back to 1 Timothy 4:12. And we want to set an example in believers in speech, conduct, love, faith, purity. So I want to challenge you guys this summer. Grow in those things, those 5 aspects. We're going to be having some fun nights here at the creek on Sunday nights. We're going to be having some events. We're going to do crazy things, chocolate-covered pool noodles. It's going to be a whole thing. But then we're also going to be walking through a little bit of some devotionals for you guys. Because you're not too young to start. Just because you're in 6th grade doesn't mean you can't read your Bible every day, okay? Lord wants to use you as well. So we're about to go into small groups. And you guys are going to talk about these things. And I want you guys to challenge each other. This passage, 1 Timothy 4:12, I have little cards for you guys in your small groups that I want you guys to work on memorizing throughout the summer.